Hello everyone and welcome to today's M365 Modern Workplace webinar. I am Shalini Boudoir, the marketing from MC3, and today's presenter will be Ashwina Murat, our cloud solution architect, who will talk about M365 offerings, the transaction plans, the opportunity to partner with Microsoft, and the security aspects of M365. So before we get started, I would kindly request you to please put yourself on mute mode. A recorded version of this webinar will be available after the meeting. And we'd love to hear from you, so please drop down your question in the comment section, or please unmute yourself and ask our speaker for any query. Ashwina will be answering the question at the end of the session. And for those of you just joining us, welcome to today's webinar. So please, let's get started.
Thank you, Shalini. Hello, everyone. So my name is Ashwina Murat. I'm the cloud solution architect at MC3, mainly focused on the modern workplace and security area. So welcome to our presentation on M365. So as you all know, 2020 has been a year of change for many businesses, especially in the areas of collaboration, communication, and security and compliance. So Microsoft is therefore encouraging companies to adopt the M365 product line, which bundles Office 365 with Windows 10 and their cybersecurity tools, namely the EMS, enterprise, mobility, and security. So today I will try my best to help you understand what M365 is all about. So we will go through the different licensing offerings, and I'll try to help you understand how, as partners, can you benefit from this solution. Okay, so to start, I would love you to have a look at this introduction video. So it's a 1-minute video, so I'll just play it to you.
You can't make more time. But with Microsoft 365, you can make more of your time. Because planning a night with your friends shouldn't take all day. Organizing your day doesn't have to take up most of it. And time spent worrying about the safety of your family could be time spent with your family. Microsoft 365 helps you make more of your time by combining premium Office apps with innovations in Outlook, Teams, OneDrive, and family safety. Because creating a presentation shouldn't take more time than learning what's in it. Teamwork is not about getting together. It's about being together. And time spent preserving your memories could be time spent making new ones. Your focus shouldn't be on the things you need to do. It should be on the things you love to do. Introducing Microsoft 365, a subscription to make the most of your time.
Okay, guys, so you heard it right. So M365 is a subscription, and give me 1 second, please. Okay, so M365 is a subscription, and we'll get into the licensing part in details in a few seconds. So I would just like to add that the M365 is billed on monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. It's a per-user fee. And this subscription plan is totally depending on the company needs. So it's just your business call. So like Office 365, you can mix, match plans and change plans at any time. Okay. Next, we have an overview of M365. So you may ask yourself, what's inside M365? So there's a lot of stuff in that. You've probably heard about many of the technologies and maybe even been expert on some. So let's start unraveling these products. And I promise you there will be interesting challenges on your journey if you're trying to embrace these products. Okay, so you can refer to M365 as the world's productivity cloud. So it comes with Windows 10 Enterprise here. And this is the latest and most advanced Microsoft client operating system. It has included with it Microsoft Defender Advanced Threat Protection, and Microsoft keeps providing security and features fixed every month. New features are released like every semester. So therefore, you can be assured that all your workstations are always up to date and protected. And we also call this new life cycle as Windows as a service. Also with M365 comes the Office 365, which is the Microsoft Productivity Suite, and it has enhanced cloud capabilities. So users will be able to create, share, collaborate, manage contents even inside the organization and externally. And also to know that companies that subscribe to this service will always have the latest version of the following products. We have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the SharePoint Online, OneDrive, which is your personal storage. With Office, you get 1 TB of OneDrive personal storage. Next, in M365, there's a huge focus on the EMS part, which is Microsoft defined this as the mobility management and security platform. So it gives users control and flexibility for managing users, devices, applications. And these you can manage it using Intune, which is the endpoint manager platform for Microsoft. And also you have possibilities where you can define who can access resources from what device according to your rules. Next, you have e-discovery, it is one of the many features built into Office 365 Security and Compliance Center. So it is the process of finding and capturing electronic information that can be used in legal cases. And you also have the Azure Active Directory. This is your uniform platform to manage and secure identities. Single sign-on, which will simplify access to your apps from anywhere. You will have a single identity platform that will help you engage with both internal and external users more securely. You also have conditional access and multi-factor authentication, which help you protect and govern access inside your company. You have here WIP, Windows Information Protection. This is an alternative to traditional data loss prevention. And the focus is normally on protecting data leakage at the network level. Also, you can see in the middle of the screen, we have Windows Hello. So Windows Hello is a more personal, more secure way to get instant access to your Windows 10 devices. You can either use a fingerprint, facial recognition, or a secure PIN. DLP, I think DLP is something that many people must have heard about. Data loss prevention, it helps you protect sensitive information and prevent its inadvertent disclosure. So a few examples of sensitive information that you might want to prevent from leaking outside your organization can include financial data or PII, personally identifiable information. You have such as credit card numbers, social security numbers, or any health records. So with DLP, you can identify, monitor, and automatically protect sensitive information across your Office 365. Sorry, I just move on too quickly. Okay, so I was speaking about DLP. Next, we have the device guard. So the device guard is a group of key features designed to hardware computer system against malware. You also have the credential guard. This is a specific feature. It is used to isolate and harden key system, protect users against scam promise. So these two are different, but they are complementary as they offer different types of protections against different types of threats. Also within 365, you have AIP, which is Azure Information Protection. And this is a very much integral part of the Microsoft Information Protection strategy. So with this, you can better protect your sensitive information anywhere, anytime. You can even control and help secure your email, documents, or any sensitive data that you're sharing outside your company. Next you have Windows Microsoft Defender ATP. So this is a leader in endpoint protection, and with this, you can make use of artificial intelligence, machine learning. You can get alerts, tips to fight against threats, and it will help keep your environment compliant. So I think I went through most of the topics here. So this has been a high-level overview of the M365 suite. Okay, so next we have the M365 licensing code. Normally every organization has unique requirements. So Microsoft is offering a variety of subscriptions and plans to accommodate your organization's needs. So as I mentioned in the beginning, so M365 is built on monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, and annually per user fee, and the subscription plan is totally dependent on you. So we have first the M365 Enterprise Plan. So this is a very intelligent solution which will allow your employees to be creative and work together and on a very secure platform. It brings together Office 365, Windows, and enterprise mobility and security. And normally this offering is designed for large enterprise customers with more complex IT environments and compliance needs, and also for seats of for more than 300 seats. And then we have three options for the subscriptions plan. You have F1, E3, and E5. So the F1 plan is designed specifically for the needs of the first-hand workforce. And with this comes Office 365 F1, Windows 10 Enterprise E3, and EMS E3. So under this offer, the first-time workers get access not only to 365 F1, to Office 365 F1, sorry, but also to the full Windows 10 E3 and special edition of EMS, which includes a certain set of capabilities from EMS, which has been carefully selected to address common first-line worker mobility and security scenarios. Coming next, we have the E3. As you can see, it includes Office 365, Windows 10 Enterprise, EMS E3. And normally it provides access to core products and features for one cloud offering, and it enhances your workplace productivity, and it provides you more security. And to end, we have the E5, which is a better version of E3. You can add more value with the latest advanced threat protection. You have more security collaboration tools. And normally the E5 is the hero offering that delivers the best value to large customers. You have advanced security, identity, information protection capabilities, and voice services as well. And you can also include, you have also access to Power BI Pro licenses in the E5 version. Okay, so this was for enterprises. Now M365 plans also come for small and medium businesses. So normally it's designed for organizations that needs up to 300 licenses. So if your organization is larger than that, you have to subscribe to M365 Enterprise plan instead. So as you can see, with a complete lineup of plans, you're able to pick up a solution that meets the need of your business. So M365 Business Basic. It is best for businesses that need easy remote solutions. You have Exchange, Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive. Just take note that in this basic version, you don't have the desktop versions that are included. So all these applications can be accessed through cloud services only. And M365 Business Standard is best for businesses that need full remote work and collaboration tools. You again have Teams, Outlook, Excel. And then you have premium Office applications across all the devices. Next, you have M365 Business Premium. Okay, this is best for businesses that require secure remote work solutions with everything that is included in Business Standard. but plus you have advanced cyber threat protection and also device management. So as you can see, it is truly an all-in-one solution that will help you imagine productivity. So Office 365 business plans are now M365 business plans. So it's a new name, new great value, but the price remains the same. So Office 365 Business Essentials is now known as M365 Business Basic. Office 365 Business Premium is now the M365 Business Standard. And M365 Business is now M365 Business Premium. So if your business has an existing Office 365 business subscriptions, name changed from O65 to M365 will not affect you in any way. So there is no action needed from you. Your Office subscription will automatically be renamed to M365. Okay. So now at this point in this presentation, I want to offer a few real-life scenarios that sound a little scary at first, but these scenarios can happen in your organization. And we want to identify these pains and then explain how M365 can help you combat those security challenges. So for this first one, imagine you receive an email that looks a little fishy. So in fact, it may not appear suspicious at first, but it can include an attachment or link that contains a malware which is unknown to you. So by clicking on this suspicious link that contains malware, you become victim to a phishing attack. And normally around 90 to 98% of all cyber attacks start with phishing. And what's more is, cyber criminals are targeting SMBs more and more to get employees' password or steal company assets. And it is costing companies around $1,000 per cyber attack. So, okay, don't sweat. Okay, so how do you prevent phishing attacks from happening altogether? Normally, most conventional security products, they deal with cyber threats by scanning signatures of known viruses, looking for signals from previous attacks. So this only protects you from things that happened in the past, but your organization exists in the present. So with M365, you can defend against millions of threats facing your business every day. And how specifically does our solution defend your company from threats? So with M365, you can avoid malicious websites by scanning any links. You can use the ATP safe links. This is a policy that you can configure in the Microsoft Security and Compliance homepage. And you can protect against sophisticated malware by there is advanced analysis. When you receive an email in your inbox, so the email is first, if the email contains any malware and attachment, this attachment is opened in the sandbox first before it is delivered to you. And also you can enable anti-phishing policies that use machine learning models. You can get impersonation protection against all these kind of attacks. Now for the second scenario, imagine this. What happens when you send an email with highly sensitive information to someone outside your organization? So it could be financial information, personal data, or even your customers' information. After you click send, how do you know what happens to that data? And oftentimes you can't really know where it ends up, and that leads to data getting into wrong hands, getting deleted, or getting accessed by someone who is not the intended recipient. So protecting business and customer data is massively important, but without the right security controls, it's very difficult to manage who has access to your data as it moves inside and even outside of your organization. Okay, so if your company is storing customer information or financial data, then just one leak can put you out of business. So that's why we have M365, which gives you the ability to layer and harden your security. So can encrypt every mail and attachment you send, so that only the intended person can unencrypt it. You can control, you can forward, open, print emails. You can even receive notifications inside emails to let you know when sensitive data like credit card numbers is included in the body of the message. And the best part is that you can rest assured that these protections you put in place stay in place even after content leaves your network. So just to summarize, with M365, you can prevent all your sensitive information from leaking outside your business. And this comes with a data loss prevention feature. You're able to encrypt your sensitive emails so you can communicate securely with your customers. And you can have control over who has access to company information. You can apply restrictions such as do not copy, do not forward to emails and documents. And all these come inside the Azure Information Protection feature. Also, you can enable unlimited cloud archiving. So in this way, you can retain all your business emails, including mailboxes of even former employees. And this is achieved through the Exchange Online archiving. Okay, this is our last scenario of today. So we are going to focus on mobile devices. If you're able to access work emails, files on your personal devices, then we really don't want to lose them. But we are all human, and it can be easy to accidentally leave your phone somewhere, like a restaurant or a company event. Everyone is having annual event these days, so maybe you had a few drinks more, or you just left your phone somewhere or a cab. So that can create a significant security risk for your company. Now, considering how many different phones, tablets, laptops we use daily, it's a full-time job just to keep track of how they're all being managed and secured. Okay. So, in case you've lost your phone, so take a deep breath, no worries. So there's no need for you to stress if you accidentally use your phone that connects to your work email or the business files. M365 makes security simple by enabling you to easily secure your PC and device. So if one goes missing, you can easily wipe all company-related information from the device remotely without affecting any personal messages or pictures. So with this solution, you have a choice. You can choose between having full control over company-owned devices, or you can also implement application management for personal devices. We call this the mobile application management, MAM. So these second options give you control over company apps or data, but not personal things like pictures or text messages. And you can also manage policies for all the Windows PCs in your company so that you can enforce BitLocker encryption, or you can automatically install critical Windows update. All these can be performed using Intune, Microsoft Endpoint Manager solution. Okay, so why M365? Okay, M365, as you can see, you get the benefit of one integrated solution. So you have one place for productivity needs. You get to work in your documents. You have easy access and file sharing. You can manage your email, your calendar. So there is less time switching between apps and looking for files. So it just gives you more time for being productive. It's also one place for all your communication needs. You have video conferencing, you have one-to-one chat or group chat, have online meetings, history of conversations. So connecting with all your employees and clients will become easy, be it on-site or remotely. And all of this is designed to safeguard your data with one integrated solution with baseline protection, which is built into the product. So that's what this integrated solution delivers. A very good example of a collaboration tool is Microsoft Teams, and one of the fastest growing solutions in Microsoft is Teams. As of April 2020, Microsoft Teams has 75 million daily active users, and that's a very huge amount of users to have daily. So with Microsoft Teams, you can bring everyone in your team on the same page wherever they work with group chat. I'd like to show you the room feature in Microsoft Teams, which will create an exclusive experience for all the people in the room. So let's go ahead and have a quick look at this short video.
Meetings in today's modern workplace don't just happen in a conference room. They're collaborative sessions with teams around the world. With Microsoft Teams Rooms, we're bringing some tech magic to your meetings to enable your teams to work like they're all in one place, regardless if they attend in person or remotely. And getting started is easy. Just grab the first conference room you find open and use Proximity Join to connect to a Microsoft Teams Room device. While in the room, you might want to focus on a specific attendee in the meeting. Just pin the video from the console to put the speaker on full screen. Beyond video, we want to make sure people who join remotely also feel included with brainstorming happening in the room. And while we can already do that with a digital whiteboard, many meeting rooms utilize a physical whiteboard. The new content camera is able to intelligently find, crop, and zoom in to create a full screen experience. But there's more. Those creative thoughts and ideas can now be digitized and brought into a collaborative experience for everyone involved. So not being physically in the room is no longer a limitation. Even if someone walks in front of the whiteboard, remote participants continue to see right through them. And any progress is continuously captured to keep everyone engaged. Before, collaboration on the whiteboard was limited to people in the room, and information couldn't flow and remained trapped. Now, even when sharing your notes and brilliant ideas on a whiteboard, meetings can be an inclusive experience for every participant, no matter where they are. Work like you're all in one place with Microsoft Teams Rooms.
Okay. So normally what most business owners and IT managers ask when they see Microsoft Teams Room is how much is all of this going to cost. So the good news here is that this system is very scalable and surprisingly is very affordable. So if your business has M365 or Office 365, then you already have Microsoft Teams. And if your business has, if your company invested in Microsoft Skype for business conference room hardware, then in most cases, all you need is a software update to your existing setup to take advantage of the Teams Room.
Meetings and
Okay, so moving on, the next part is how you as partners can you, what kind of opportunity and benefits they offer you when you choose to move to M365. Okay. So as a partner, you're now dealing with an IT landscape that looks very different from what it looked like even a few months ago. I think you must agree with me that there has been a disruption of all business models and traditional licensing revenue streams. This has been caused by changes in how your customers work now, since most of them are now working from home and have shifted their entire businesses online. So all of this really leads to a few questions that we hear most often from partners like you. So how can you continue to grow your business by tapping into the current shift to remote work and at the same time adding value for your customers? Also, how do you manage risk, provide your customers with the security they need in this kind of distributed network environment? And also, what are the best ways to reduce cost, complexity for you and your customers in the face of economic uncertainty? Now, so despite the challenges we face, our biggest takeaway during this time is that the rapid shift to secure remote work presents somehow a huge opportunity for partners to grow our SMB customers and grow our businesses together. For example, usage of video conferencing of Teams is expected to increase to 184%. And also, 90% of SMEs would consider hiring a new MSP if they would offer the right cybersecurity solution. So let's look at the business case for Let's look at the business case for partners to switch to M365 Business Premium and how it can help you drive growth at the same time increase your profitability. First, M365 Business Premium helps you elevate the security of the customers. So most of you are probably selling Office 365 or M365 Business Standard. So with the Business Premium, you have the opportunity to offer a more complete remote work solution. Which has lots of security inbuilt, which is integrated with Office Teams. So Microsoft 365 Business Premium offers you a way to elevate your customers' baseline security, and you can manage the rates and reach to higher margin customers if you're taking the M365 Business Premium. And secondly, you can grow your revenue even further by adding value-added services on top of M365 Business Premium. And what our most successful partners are doing, they're using M365 Business Premium as a foundation, on top of which they build successful high-margin managed services. In M365 contains everything that from Teams to Azure AD to Intune. So it can provide you, what it can provide you is a roadmap to build ongoing managed services for your customers as you light up new services for them every 6 months. So you may start by lighting up Teams and condition access, and then a few months later, you may propose them to manage your devices with Intune as part of the device lifecycle offering. So it really creates a nice flywheel of new value for your customers, and at the same time, it's some sort of recurring revenue for you. And finally, it can help you reduce your cost and complexity. So since M365 Business Premium is an integrated security or productivity solution, so it will save your workforce or help desk time from having to learn multiple solutions or try to get disparate solutions to work together. And it is really a very cost-effective package. And for only $750 more than the business standard, you get all these capabilities, something that would easily cost you over $40 if you were to go to point-to-point solutions. Okay, so next is the slide is about why should partners invest in security. So 89% of SMB customers see cybersecurity as their top priority. 90% would consider hiring MSP if they offer the right security solution, and 62% says that they lack skill in-house to deal with security issues. So many SMBs think that security is too complex and requires staff and expertise they don't have. So they also aren't up to date on the best practices. So that's why they need help from partners. So and this kind of SMB, they are more than eager to work with partners who are focused on security these days. Okay, so the next slide is a bit bulky. I'll try to do it as fast as I can, but it's a good idea to help you how you can start building a managed security practice on your side. So for all the partners that haven't traditionally deployed much security beyond, say, turning on the antivirus when deploying Windows 10 machine, maybe because they weren't ready to do more or because they had a cost-conscious set of customers. So there is good news and as well the bad news, because every business is now moving to remote work, and for such a scenario, here's a short list of baseline security features that should be turned on. So let me talk about it for a few minutes. MFA is a really big deal. So more than 99% of identity attacks would not have happened if customers have MFA turned on. So this comes built into all Microsoft 365 SKUs. And today, all kinds of consumer services, such as banks, they encourage the two-factor authentication. So there's no reason, infrastructure or awareness reason to not drive this. So if there is nothing else your customer is going to do, so this is one single most important thing on this slide demonstrated. Next, you have device antivirus, which is another obvious one. Microsoft Defender comes free, built into, and turned on by default with Windows 10. It is a very powerful antivirus, so it is table stakes for any customer, regardless of how cost. So, and the next three are great examples of security capabilities that are most important and are simple to do. So more threats are still exploited over email. So anti-malware, anti-phishing, messages encryption, all these are recommended to check what kind of links and attachments are to be accessed and by whom. So in M365, it is really simple to turn all this on. All it needs is a few minutes of work from the partner or admin, and the customer is all set. So, and also, many partners who deployed Exchange will find this to be like a breeze. It's very easy to do it. In the last, in this one, we have the mobile app management. So in today's world, most employees bring their smartphone to work, and some of them will lose it, like we just saw in the scenario. So it's not that you can't lose a work laptop, but losing mobile phones is more common, and those are often less protected in the first place. So in M365, it's really been made very simple to turn on MAM, mobile application management, and all it takes is just a few clicks. So that's it, that's the list for partners who haven't really deployed more security than turning an antivirus on a new machine they're setting. So this is the bare minimum to start with. And there's a lot of more that you as partner can do for your customers, but from a time, effort, and skill perspective. So this is the baseline you ought to be thinking of. So there is also a recommended starting point for this set of partners. Rather giving customers with a list of security features, I suggest starting the conversation with security needs discussion. So there is a tool which is known as the customer consulting tool, and it is some sort of a simple questionnaire-based way of eliciting security needs from the customer and then recommending solutions to them. So if as a security partner if as a partner you haven't had a security conversation with your customers before, so please give it a try. I'm confident you'll be delighted, and so will be the customers. So overall, this column is a way to take your first step to building a managed services businesses where you make more money by adding premium SKUs and adding customer services, both of which in turn will give you a more sticky customer base. Next, I want to speak to partners that have so far been deploying baseline cybersecurity. So I just mentioned that for customers that have any kind of sensitive data or hybrid setup or larger number of devices and apps, so I expect the large majority of small and medium businesses to be of this type, given the new IT environment. So for such a scenario, in addition to everything on the left, so we should think of advanced security and device management capabilities. So the first thing to consider here is more secure login. So you can deploy single sign-on and conditional access. SSO will reduce the risk associated with remembering many passwords, and conditional access, this can prevent login from a risky device or unauthorized location. So these capabilities are available in various versions of Azure Active Directory, and it can prevent risky behavior or bad actors from accessing customers' apps and data. The next one is really critical, the device management. This is key when your customer gives company-owned devices or employees, whether it's a PC or mobile device. So as a partner, you want to that devices is protected by against authorized access, or can be wiped, cleaned, or reused in case it is stolen. So finally, just like hardware devices, you want to protect the data residing in apps or being communicated between data leaks or unauthorized access. So okay. Sorry, yeah, 1 second. For partners who want to, next slide. For partners who want to offer sophisticated 24/7 security-focused businesses, so with their partners having high risk of data or high compliance requirements, so they can provide a full spectrum of threat protection, endpoint capabilities, email and collaboration cloud apps. They can also build remote desktop access by using Windows version desktop. There are also governance mechanisms. They can propose advanced compliance. And the recommended starting point for this set of customers is scheduling recurring assessment. Like you can possibly on a quarterly basis, you can propose to check the security score. And this security score in Microsoft 365 is a perfect tool for this kind of recurring assessment. So finally, we've heard like why do you want to trust Microsoft for security? So why should I trust Microsoft to be my security vendor, or is Microsoft serious about security? So Microsoft has become one of the largest security providers in the world during the last few years. And if you're not convinced, I can show you some proof here on the next slide. Okay. So as you can see here, Microsoft is an industry-recognized leader in security. So Gartner recently released Magic Quadrants for endpoint protection, access management, enterprise archiving solution, and as you can see, Microsoft is a leader in all 5, with top billing on ability to execute. So this is really a testament of Microsoft's strength and innovation in this space. And there's more. We have a number of third-party benchmark testing organizations attest to quality. And one of the core needs of any small business is a good antivirus solution. And the good news is that Microsoft Defender AV is now ranked as top AV by tests such as AV Test, AV Comparative, SC Labs, and more. So you have the green light to eliminate any third-party AV products you're currently using. It's just that Defender doesn't have the central management or defenses for advanced threats. And I would absolutely suggest getting MDATP as an add-on if you want to have a better management of threats, against threats. Okay, so here comes the end of the presentation. I will leave you with 2 links that you may want to reference for additional details after the session. So you can get started with a free trial on ik.ms and 365 VP Web. So you'll have a free business premium trial, and you can have a look at all the solutions that we've been discussing. You can test information protection solution, the TLP. You can try registering your devices into Intune and then managing them. And there's also the product documentation, licensing comparison, and questions and all in this second link. So I hope this presentation has you with why M365 is the gold standard for very small and mid-sized businesses. So it's really a one solution with the best of productivity tools as well as advanced security. And with this, you have everything you need to run your businesses with the peace of mind. So Yes, so if you have any questions, please submit them via the chat window. And if we do not answer your questions as part of this webinar, please submit your questions to the following email address below. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for joining us today. And thank you, Ashwina, for this insightful presentation. As you said, for any queries, please reach out to me, our team, and for any more information on our upcoming webinars, please visit our LinkedIn page for any updates. And we wish you happy holidays and see you soon very, very rapidly. Thank you for joining us. Good day.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.